Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, EAA extends early bird pricing and express arrival deadline. Also, millionaire FBO sues Westchester County, and President Biden to nominate Sullenberger to serve as ambassador of ICAO. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. We have an exciting episode with the latest news that's happening in the aviation community, so let's go ahead and start with, if you haven't already gotten your tickets for EAA AirVenture, you still have time to get early bird pricing. EAA has extended the deadline for early bird discount pricing and express arrival ticketing through June 30th, with Oshkosh 2021 less than 6 weeks away. The EAA folks claim that now is the time to get your tickets and start planning your return to aviation's family reunion. With the Express Arrival program, EAA members now have the option to ship their wristbands, parking, and camping passes and other AirVenture credentials to their home prior to the event. This new ticketing option is expected to reduce crowding at key entry points, supporting EAA safety efforts by promoting social distancing and improve the efficiency of the overall entry process. With Express Arrival, you'll remotely be able to bypass the admission windows and head straight to the gate. You can get to your campsite without even leaving your car. With Express Arrival, there's no need to stop at camper registration or any of the admission windows. Express Arrival is exclusively available to U.S. members who have a valid EAA membership through at least July 31st. Shipping is free of charge. After the break, FAI notes it's been 100 years since they granted Bessie Coleman's pilot license.
At Diamond Aircraft, innovation is in our DNA. Whether you're taking to the skies for training or business travel, every aircraft in Diamond's lineup features innovative technology, an industry-leading safety record, superior performance and efficiency, and a comfortable flying experience. No other company has pioneered as many aviation firsts, achieved more milestones, or received the same amount of industry praise as Diamond. Discover why Diamond Aircraft is one of the most trusted manufacturers in aviation at diamondaircraft.com.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John Kay.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're going to be summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. FAI notes it's been a century since they granted Bessie Coleman's pilot license. FAI is celebrating the 100th anniversary since they granted a black female aviator named Bessie Coleman her pilot's license. Coleman, the 10th of 13 children born in Waxahachie, Texas, to a family of African American and Native American heritage, became the first person of color to obtain an official FAI pilot's license. Inspired by the courage of European female aviators, this fearless young woman made a journey from Chicago to France and into the history books, inspiring generations of future pilots. USAF crew of Hawg 53 flight to receive 2020 Mckay Trophy. The National Aeronautic Association has announced that the United States Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Joel W. Beer and Lieutenant Colonel Leif C. Nordhagen, the aircrew of Hawg 53 flight, have been named the recipients of the 2020 Mckay Trophy. The Mckay Trophy was first presented by Clarence Mackay in 1912 and was later deeded to the National Aeronautic Association. Administered by the United States Air Force and NAA, the trophy is awarded for the most meritorious flight of the year by an Air Force person, persons, or organization. CBP AMO P3's on a roll, bust tons of drugs again. Air and Marine Operations National Air Security Operations Center P3 crews partnered with the Joint Interagency Task Force South and federal authorities to stop smuggling of almost 6 tons of narcotics in the eastern Pacific Ocean, denying narcotics traffickers an estimated $156 million in illicit proceeds. Over an 8-day period, AMOP-3 air crews conducted detection and sustained tracking operations that led law enforcement partners to detain 15 individuals and seize a total of more than 7,800 pounds of cocaine and more than 3,500 pounds of marijuana. The DOT has launched the Aviation Manufacturing Jobs Protection Program. The department is encouraging eligible businesses of all sizes to apply for funding to protect jobs for workers as the industry climbs back from the impacts of the pandemic. The program is funded through the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. Before the pandemic, the aerospace industry was estimated to employ approximately 2.2 million workers, including 1.2 million who worked in various parts of the supply chain nationwide, according to industry sources. Well, that does it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's return to the rest of the news. Here's why you never pick a fight with a company named Millionaire. The FBO filed a lawsuit against Westchester County seeking more than $30 million in damages. Here's what happened. After 3.5 years of delays and bad faith by Westchester County, which has reportedly refused to allow construction of a replacement hangar at Westchester County Airport in breach of the county's contractual obligation to Millionaire, the company is fighting back. The suit, brought by 2 of Westchester County law firms, requests an expedited declaration that the county breached its lease with Millionaire by unreasonably failing to approve Millionaire's proposed modifications to a second hangar adjacent to its current hangar and passenger services terminal. The complaint further asks the court to approve the plans for the modified hangar and award more than $30 million in damages caused by the county's ongoing breach of contract and bad faith and unfair conduct towards Millionaire. Instead, the delay is causing approximately $175,000 in damages each week the county fails to comply with its obligations under the lease. The county's failure to approve the modified hangar is causing millions of dollars in damages to Millionaire. Thus far, with the delay, the company has forfeited millions of dollars in lost revenue and other unnecessary costs, one of the attorneys claimed. After these messages, the president to nominate the next ICAO ambassador. Those details after the break.
When adventure is calling, the Bory by Aero Volga is the plane you need to answer the call. Bory's composite design is simple, reliable, and economical, with impressive performance and no gimmicks. Designed for the wilderness and proven durability in a flight around the Arctic Circle, the Bory has what it takes to handle your next adventure. Featuring 2 large cargo compartments, a comfortable modern cockpit, and a Rotax 912 power plant, the Bory Amphibian is now available in Canada. Experience the Bory for yourself at flightsimple.com.
Aviation Safety Resources is disrupting the market for aircraft emergency parachute recovery systems. ASR systems are smaller, lighter weight, and offer longer repack cycles than similar products available in the current market. ASR has a recovery system available for every type of aircraft: sport, experimental, light sport, general aviation, urban air mobility, vertical takeoff and landing, electric propulsion, and unmanned aerial systems. Find the right product for your aircraft at aviationsafetyresources.com.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Welcome back. President Biden to nominate Sullenberger to serve as ambassador to ICAO. The White House published a notice indicating that C.B. Sully Sullenberger III is a nominee for the rank of ambassador during his tenure of service as representative of the United States of America on the Council of the International Civil Aviation Organization. The White House notes that CB Sully Sullenberger III is a former United States Air Force fighter pilot, retired airline pilot, safety expert, and keynote speaker. In 2009, as captain of U.S. Airways Flight 1549, he and his crew guided the aircraft to a successful emergency landing in the Hudson River with no fatalities. He has served as a NASA Aviation Safety Research Consultant. As an Airline Pilots Association Accident Investigation Committee member, he participated in a National Transportation Safety Board investigation of a major airline accident, leading to improved airline procedures and training for emergency evacuation. Sullenberger has a BS from the United States Air Force Academy, an MS from Purdue University, and an MA from the University of Northern Colorado. ICAO is funded and directed by 193 national governments to support their diplomacy and cooperation in air transport as signatory states to the Chicago Convention. Well, that does it for our show today. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. You can catch episodes of Airborne on Roku and Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne in the directory. And don't forget to follow us on social media, and feel free to comment with story ideas or just to say hi. We'll see you next time.